James doesn't look nervous at all, does he? He's playing the same way he has since, what, the end of the Boston series, just storming right through Oklahoma City again. They can't stop him from doing anything. 10-point lead for Miami. Irvin, what jumps out at you? I guess LeBron?
LeBron, Michael, 6'9". He's playing awesome, but all 6 baskets were going to the basket. This is a man who wants to win a championship, Michael, and he's taking his team, putting it on the back. He's driving right at Ibaka right there, and one. He comes right in, oopsie doops on Ibaka again, and he takes it right to the basket one more time. JB, he's on a mission to win a championship.
Well, he's certainly doing his part, but the reason they have this lead is the supporting cast. And specifically, Mike Miller, 4 for 4 from three-point line. This guy came into this game 0 for 3 in the series from the three-point line. He hadn't made one. You're getting contributions from Cole, from Chalmers, from Battier, from Miller. On the other side, OKC's not getting those contributions from Ibaka, from Perkins, from Cephalosha, like they did in the San Antonio series. They came up big. They're not giving those contributions for the Oklahoma City Thunder in this series.
This is the first game to me in this series where Miami just looks like the superior team. They've looked better at points and obviously won the game. Tonight, they just look like they're flat out better. Derek Fisher told me before the game, watch for something if one of the teams gets down big. If it's the Heat, do they say, you know what, we'll get them in Game 6? If it's the Thunder, do they say it's too hard to fight back and win this thing? Let's see if the Thunder, if that's what happens.
They fought back. They're fighting back. I don't have any problem with OKC's fight. You wonder if they know enough of the things they have to do. What do you do? Can you mix it up against LeBron? Out of desperation, can you try something? That's what you're used to seeing savvy teams do. And I don't know if Oklahoma City has anything to go to, JB.
Well, they've got to play better defense. 55% shooting out of the Heat. Don't overreact to these three-point shots being made, because once you do that, then it will open the door for LeBron, for Dwayne Wade.
You know what? The Heat are on top of their game. They're getting contributions from the outside. They're getting scoring from the inside. They're playing great team defense. This team is on a mission to win the championship, and they're playing like it.
17 out of 18 foul shooting, keeping Oklahoma hanging in there within striking distance anyway. Mike Miller off the Miami bench, 4 for 4, as JB mentioned, from the three-point arc. A huge reason Miami is halfway home to a championship. We will be back in a minute.
The State Farm Halftime Report, brought to you by State Farm for auto, home, life, and banking.
Mike Miller tonight, 12 huge points on 4 threes. That's why the Heat are halfway home to a title.
A little more than a big three, isn't it, JP? LeBron James, 1/2 of basketball away from his first NBA championship. He's got 15 points at the half. The second half coming up next.
The State Farm Halftime.
Game 5 of the 2012 NBA Finals. The Heat leading the Thunder 3-1 and by 10 as we get set to start quarter number 3. LeBron James, a strong first half for his team with 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists overall. A very explosive first half for Miami, yet they're only up by 10. It really seems like it was so much more with all the three-pointers, with the crowd going crazy. Thunder right there, Jeff.
Yeah, down 10 because they got to the free throw line. That's the only saving grace. And Miami, though, has dominated this first half.
All right, our Coors Light cold, hard facts. It's all about the Heat.
Well, and it started off with LeBron James, his ability to attack the rim, his ability to draw double teams and open up the three-point line. 15 points, 5 assists in the first half. Here, Wade gets double teamed. He hits the roll man in Haslam, and Mike Miller, great job repositioning off the Haslam pass. And then, after a free throw, no one knows who's guarding Mario Chalmers. He just walks in to the three-point shot. You see the balance. Oklahoma City has to get their defense together. And if they do, they can get back in this game.
There's so many easy shots, so many wide open threes. Meanwhile, the Thunder also, Westbrook only shot 2 for 9. They had a lot of shots in the paint that just didn't go down.
And they had so many rattle in and out. But I like the aggressiveness of Harden tonight. Durant's catching the ball where he wants to and rebounding the ball better. Westbrook's had a tough night so far, but has gotten to the free throw line. Listen, it was a bad first half for them, shooting the ball wise and defensively. But they find themselves with still a manageable deficit.
And they've come back from large deficits throughout these playoffs. Remember Game 6 against San Antonio, down 18 in the first half, down 15 at halftime. We'll see what happens as we check in with Doris.
Well, I talked to Scott Brooks, and he said the early effectiveness of the Heat, scoring those easy buckets, he thinks made his guys less intent on closing out. But he said simply, if we're going to win this basketball game, we've got to be able to do both. Take away the paint and challenge the three. He said on the offensive end, they're making us play in a crowd. He said that you're looking at a lot of bodies in the paint. He said we simply have got to move the ball better offensively. Wasn't pleased on either end, guys.
But again, they're only down by 10.
But they're in a precarious position. This starting lineup to start the third quarter, Game 4, played low energy.
Durant had 14 first half points, fires a three, and puts it in. And just like that, it's a 7-point game. They had big comebacks again a number of times earlier in the playoffs. You mentioned the San Antonio game, but there's been a host of them. For a young team, extremely resilient. Wade left his feet. Shot clock at 5. James kicks it out. Chalmers for 3. Perkins tips it right to Durant. Durant finds Ibaka. Foul by Battier. Good hard foul from Battier to prevent the dunk.
Second nice play in transition by Durant to Ibaka in tonight's game. That was just a nice drop-off bounce pass. Really fundamentally sound, under control, on balance. And Mike, if he makes both of these free throws, why doesn't Durant get an assist? Makes no sense.
The scoring rule change, I like that, and I agree with you. Well, there was an excellent pass. And they hit another free throw now, 18 of 19 from the line. Again, the main reason why they were within striking distance in the first half. We're trying to think who would benefit the most from that rule. How many assists do you think John Stockton would have with all the times Karl Malone went to the free throw line?
Well, you know who's sitting at home thinking he would have benefited the most? Our man Mark Jackson. He thinks he would have had the most assists of all time. And I like what they just did, trapping LeBron James if he was coming up the floor, but you can't lose Bosh along the baseline.
And you saw a frustrated Ibaka down there by himself on an island. Just over a minute gone by. Durant has been aggressive looking for a shot right from the start. Westbrook can't connect. Ball falls to Ibaka and bounced off the back of Perkins, and it's back to 5 again. Wade had 9 points in that first half. Shot the ball well, 4 for 6. Lobs it to James. Catches back up. Blocked by Durant. Durant drives and got a little fancy with a dribble and turned it over. Chalmers, good pursuit, comes back the other way. James lowers the shoulder. Chalmers hits a 3. Big turnaround right there.
Yeah, a chance to cut it to 3 in transition instead of turnover. That leads to a Mario Chalmers 3-point shot.
Heat back up by 8. It's their 8th three-pointer of the game. 8 for 15. Sefolosha blocked by Wade. He did that at the end of Game 4 as Westbrook barreled into James. Danny Crawford said, play on. James drives, kicks it out. Battier for 3. Again, another three-pointer for the Heat in the lead. Back to 11. Timeout, Oklahoma City. Tonight, Or will we head to Oklahoma City for Game 6 and perhaps Game 7 of the NBA Finals? Both games on ABC. Sunday's Game 6, a little earlier start, tip-off shortly after 8 Eastern, and then Tuesday would be after 9 Eastern.
Well, these games are so close. Here, a chance to cut it to 3 in transition. Battier deflects it from behind. Chalmers pushes, and look what Chalmers does. Reese faces to the three-point line. James hits him with a beautiful bounce pass and took it back up to 8. Battier's made it 11.
Because of Durant's length, often when he's bringing the ball up the court, sometimes it's easy for the players or for the Heat to knock it away. We've seen that a couple of times. Westbrook goes to the basket, left-handed, gets it to go.
And Mike, that's where you need communication too. To tell people, to tell Durant that he has defenders behind him, he's got to widen that dribble out to the sideline for protection.
Durant kicks it out, although with the roar of the crowd, it might be hard to tell him at some point.
Well, I love the Robo Cam angle. What a finish by Russell Westbrook.
The athleticism just off the charts. As we've said, Dwayne Wade said he thinks Westbrook's the most athletic player in the game. Wade, push shot misses. James trying to fight for the rebound. Durant pokes it away, and Chalmers picks it up and puts it in. Mario Chalmers, right place, right time.
They're just quicker to the ball right now.
Pete Chalmers' numbers, 10 points, 6 assists. Durant looking. Shot clock at 7. Cephalosha. Ibaka the jump shot. James pulls down his 7th rebound. So go along with 7 assists. Ball kicked. They'll inbound with 17 to shoot. James Harden is going to come back in.
Well, good penetration by Wade. James and Durant fight for it. And then Chalmers has gotten very good at that little runner.
And we've seen James and Wade make those hustle plays, those dirty work plays, so to speak, throughout these finals.
Well, you saw Dwayne Wade take that 3rd foul diving off the floor for a loose ball.
Wade lost it. Battier bumps into Harden. Alley-up to Durant. He throws it down. The one-handed catch. And it's back to 9.
And James Harden looks more like himself tonight offensively. Getting to the free throw line, passing the ball much better.
Left open. Hesitates, misses. Perkins the rebound. Thunder looking to push. Durant catches on the pull-up. That's almost automatic when he gets a look like that. And Durant now with 21.
I love the screen by Perkins and the balance by Durant on the pull-up.
Another momentum shift. Durant and Chalmers push each other. Durant saying, why shouldn't there be a technical? That's what Ibaka's saying as well. Chalmers pushed him. He's still jawing. Players have to be separated by coaches and officials. Happened right after the whistle to signal the timeout.
Well, Durant reached in. That's a lot of nothing right there.
There you go. The officials agree. Nothing called. 7:21 left in the 3rd. Heat by 7.
Let's get a score here, guys. Get a score here. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. We cut it down. We cut it down again. Cut it down again. Keep fighting.
They were down 17, cut it to 5 earlier in the period. They were down 11 again. Now it's 7 and need a stop. Still 7:15 remaining here in the 3rd period.
And I love Scott Brooks' positivity. I think he's really kept his team upbeat when they could have given in.
Battier hits another 3. Miami lighting it up from downtown. 10 for 17. And the ball movement just terrific. Not settling for early shots. Westbrook We're going to say in the restricted area, so a defensive foul on Battier. Westbrook to the line. That's 4 on Shane Battier.
This guy is such a competitor. He'll always sacrifice his body. He was outside of the restricted area, but that's not the only requirement. He has to be there on the upward motion of the ball. And if we can see that again.
Westbrook finally misses a free throw.
It might bring some more clarity. Too close for me to call.
Again, you go by what you always talk about. Westbrook had kind of gathered and started to go up when Battier moved in, and that should not be rewarded to the defense.
And one thing you want from both teams as Westbrook knocks in the second are those bang-bang charge calls to be called consistently throughout the game for both sides. So down here, if it's a bang-bang play, you want that too to be called a block so everybody knows how the game is going to be called.
A good official will see that and want to keep consistency. Bosh down the lane. That goes. And a foul. Chris Bosh with a strong play in the lead back up to 11. 4 fouls on Perkins.
Well, they got confused on their double team that time. Perkins was trying to work his way to the baseline to double, and no one stepped over to accept the cutter. Bosh finished with good strength.
Miami continues the torrid shooting. 56% from the field, 59% from three-point range, and the lead back up to 12. Westbrook the pull-up, too strong, and Bosh battles for his 5th rebound.
But Oklahoma City in this half has gotten very high-quality shots.
And a foul's going to go against Perkins. That's 5 on Perkins. Perkins arguing with Monty McCutcheon. He's not interested. Perkins will sit. Fisher will come in.
That's a foul.
Or a hug. Well, Perkins sits down, hearing it from the crowd. I got to give credit to the Heat crowd. They have the last couple of games the loudest we've ever heard this building. James backs up, 3 to shoot. James pulls up, three-pointer. And Durant the rebound. 9 rebounds for Durant to go with the 21 points. Pulls up for 3. Way off. Ibaka tips it out to Westbrook. Ibaka jump shot.
To me, with Mike Miller on James Harden, that's what you've got to be exploring.
James dribbles it off the foot of one of the Thunder players. And also, I mean, you're coming down your elimination game. Kevin Durant needs to touch the ball pretty much every time.
Well, I think he's certainly got to be a focal point, and he has been. And he's got it going.
Wade gets it inside to Bosh. And a blocking foul called on Harden. Second foul on Harden.
I agree with that call. Another bang-bang play. Bosh has started up. Harden
He's in the restricted area as well.
In the restricted area and also sliding under him.
The Heat have shot free throws well, just not as much. They've shot half the amount that the Thunder have had tonight. Who will be chosen? Tune into the 2012 NBA Draft presented by State Farm, June 28th, live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN. For complete draft coverage, go to NBA.com. You'll be there, won't you?
Yes, I will. Reese Davis, Chris Broussard, Jay Billis, our LeBron James, by the way.
Is that the night where you keep saying, "What do you think, Jay?"
That's exactly what happens. Or I say, "Who's that?"
Bosh hits a pair. 17 points for Bosh. 10 for Chalmers. 12 for Miller. 11 for Battier. This has been a total team effort. The lead is 14. Westbrook drives inside. Layup won't go. Kept alive by Ibaka, but Miller comes down with it. A big cheer for Mike Miller. Westbrook took a shot to the face, inadvertent. Miller, the extra pass. Chalmers to James. James. And Harden the rebound. Harden trying to draw the foul. Stripped by James. One man to beat. James goes at Fisher. And Fisher makes sure he stops the layup. Of course, everybody here claiming flagrant. The officials are going to discuss it.
Flagrant?
Monty McCutcheon, Derek Stafford, and Danny Crawford.
He tried to read the play and move over and took a charge. Nothing to that.
Let's see what the call is. Derek Stafford about to give the signal. Nope. Regular foul. Nope. That is a flagrant foul.
Oh, come on, man.
Fisher explaining it to Danny Crawford. That's a big call because it's 2 free throws and possession. It would have just been side out because it came before the act of shooting. It didn't seem like Fisher extended his arms. I mean, obviously a hard foul, but...
Well, it's a hard foul because LeBron James is coming at you 100 miles an hour. What other kind of foul is it going to be?
The definition of a flagrant is unnecessary contact. Flagrant 2 is unnecessary and excessive contact.
See, and if they had a chance to go over and look at it like they should be able to do...
They would change it.
They would change this.
I mean, he fouled him, but at the same time was protecting himself from the locomotive train that was coming. The free throws are good. The lead is 16. A 10-1 run. After the Thunder Wade went up and he got hit there by Fisher. Wade will go to the line as Fisher picks up his third.
And right now, Oklahoma City cannot lose resolve. They have to make the next run. To come out of a timeout and give up a lob like that, they've got to be more in tune and more tied together defensively.
They're a little wobbly right now. Wade trying to go backdoor on the alley-oop.
Well, Serge Ibaka's got to protect the basket on that back screen. And to me, Mike, that's much more of a... That's not a flagrant foul, but it's much more of a flagrant foul than what Fisher did, which is actually just try to stop LeBron James.
Well, this equals the largest lead of the night, 17-point advantage. The Heat have 80 points with 4:41 remaining in the third. They're shooting 54%, 10 three-pointers, knocking down free throws. They've had their way offensively. Durant the drive. Shot clock down to 5. Harden puts up a 3. Bosh the rebound.
That was a bad offensive sequence. Everybody overhandling and without any movement or cutters.
Miami leading by 17 here in Game 5. Looking to clinch their franchise's second championship. Wade throws it to James down the lane. Layup, banks it in. Largest lead of the night. Timeout, Thunder. LeBron James and the Miami Heat on another run, 13-1, and with 3:54 remaining in the third, they're in command.
And this was really not a great offensive possession. Wade goes up, finds James on the bailout, but the finish is so exquisite. To adjust, adapt, avoid, and then knock in a layup to put them up 19.
James has 19 points, 9 assists, and 7 rebounds. Their defense has been tenacious. Even though the Thunder much better offensively here in the second half, they just can't stop Miami.
Well, they've got shooting going. They've got the greatness of Wade and James going. I mean, this is a hard team to deal with right now.
The way they keep coming at you can be deflating. Now, again, we've seen the Thunder bounce back. Well, right now, they're in a heap of trouble. Down 19 in an elimination game. Harden from way downtown. That won't go. Ibaka tries to tip it. James comes up with it. Bosh got in his way. James with Durant on him. Bosh will try a three-pointer. That's good! Everything going down for Miami. A 22-point lead. Their 11th three-pointer of the game. Westbrook blocked by James.
That looked like goaltending to me.
Harden down the lane. Missed on a foul. No, an offensive foul. This place exploding right now. The foul was not on Harden. It was on Serge Ibaka. Here you see him pushing Bosh out of the way. It's not a smart play. Miller for three. Puts it in. Mike Miller, 5 for 5 from downtown. And the Heat have blown this open. Durant gets it to go. 88-65 with 2:43 remaining in the third. What an onslaught from Miami once again. An incredible offensive performance.
And Oklahoma City had that chance early in the third. As Bosh just finds himself wide open underneath the rim.
Westbrook blocked by Wade. Westbrook tried to steal it. Chalmers to Wade. As we come up on 2 minutes remaining here in the third. Alley-oop to Wade. A rare mistake. Westbrook sidesteps. Pretty play from Westbrook. He is an absolute dynamo going to the basket. And has struggled shooting tonight, though. 4 for 16. Harden on James. Shot clock at 5. Ibaka comes to help. Bad pass. Only their 8th turnover. Here's Durant. Stolen again in the open floor. Wade sidestep. Westbrook banks it in and a foul.
Well, that's just a beautiful 1-2 step around Westbrook, and then the strength to finish. Beautiful individual offense and frustration for Kevin Durant. And I love what LeBron James just did. Mario Chalmers waving to the crowd. LeBron James just came over and told them, none of that. We're playing it out.
With 1:23 remaining in the third quarter, James has talked so much about how much they've learned from all their experiences the last year. He's still focused out there despite the fact that his team is up 26. Durant hits a 3. And if you're Oklahoma City, you just got to try and narrow this margin a little bit more before the fourth and just hope
You need
for a miracle.
Yeah. You need to get on a 3-point run.
The Heat just unstoppable on the offensive end. Miller will try another three. But that one went down. He finally missed the three-pointer. It was 5 for 5. Harden will try a three. And Harden's shooting woes continue. And we have a loose ball foul call against Oklahoma City. It's Collison. And they're in the penalty.
And this is what I was speaking to. Mario Chalmers waving to the crowd. LeBron James encouraging him. Not yet.
You know, he had some very candid remarks yesterday in the off-day press conference when he said, you know what, last year I was very immature after the loss to Game 6. I was frustrated, didn't handle it the right way. Talked about how last year he played to prove people wrong. Reacted to the venom the wrong way. He talked about how he learned, admitted his mistakes. And there's an example right there of saying none of this stuff.
Well, I thought he was very genuine yesterday and really all year in being contrite for not big mistakes either, just mistakes of, you know, nothing criminal or anything like that. I mean, and these are some bad threes going up right now by Oklahoma City.
Look at Miller diving on the floor. Mike Miller, bad back and all. Gets a huge ovation once again. What a performance from Mike Miller.
That had to hurt.
There's the guy. He looks like he can barely walk. A shot from Fisher won't go.
They're taking right now rush contested threes, Mike.
Westbrook with the steal. Chalmers upset with himself. Westbrook trying to draw the foul. And he does with 5.1 remaining in the period. Chalmers is second. Chalmers getting an earful once again from LeBron James. This crowd taking a rest from all the screaming. What an offensive explosion here in the third quarter. And now the Thunder even missing free throws as they're seeing this one slip away. Well, we've seen some incredible comebacks throughout these playoffs. As Westbrook fires it away. With the way the Heat are playing, this would be the most unlikeliest one. The Miami Heat dominating here in Game 5, now 1 quarter away from the franchise's second NBA title. A total team effort led by LeBron James with 6 players in double figures. They lead by 24 as we head to the 4th. This presentation of the NBA Finals on ABC continues after this message and a word from our ABC stations.